the mix.
SKM presents Strictly for the Music Podcast. You are now live with the #1 podcast for all upcoming artists worldwide.
It's the real deal.
Yo, have you heard about the Anchor app? It's the easiest way to make a podcast. Yo, no cas. Yeah, I'm serious. No, not delirious. Let me explain the functions. Number 1, it comes complimentary. Are you hearing me? That means the Anchor app is free. We got all the functions necessary. Creation tools is what they calling it. Makes it super easy to edit your podcast. Yeah, even from your pocket. Straight from your phone or your PC. It don't matter, it's still free. Anchor will distribute, you ain't gotta do a thing. And they're making sure you could be heard on all the major streams. Spotify, Apple Podcasts, yeah, we got that. Many more, go ahead, explore. If you're finna make the dough, wanna let you know you can make it all here. Live your dream as an anchor for show, for free. No education further, with no minimum listenership. Yeah, you got that correct. Whatever you need, we got all you can see. To make a podcast as easy as 1, 2, and 3. Download the free Anchor app to get started. You can also go to anchor.fm. Let's get you top charted. Back to the show. Yeah, we gonna get it poppin'.
Another episode of Strictly for the Music Podcast. I'm your host, SKN. The next guest I got, she is from Brooklyn, New York. She has over 1,000 followers on Bandlab, affiliated with 37 bands and 2 collections. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Reli.
Hey, you said it right this time. That's good.
I did it right this time too, man. I was like, man, I did it right.
I'm good. That should sound good. Yeah, Brooklyn all day. How you doing today? What's going on?
I'm doing great, man. I'm just gonna wrap this interview up today and man, get it crashing because you have a long history in music, so we got a lot to cover.
Yeah, I got a lot of things with music. I love music. Music is just like, it's my thing. It's my release.
Hell yeah! So let's start from the beginning. What'd you grow up listening on?
So I grew up in Brooklyn, New York. I was living there all my life. I moved to Florida about 10 years ago. I'm living in Orlando right now. It's a lot of different culture and a lot of different flavor from state to state. But I grew up listening to nothing but just the regular people that's out there in New York. You know, I mean, like Foxy and Lil Kim and Jay-Z and Common and Jill Scott and everything else that everybody listened to. We even listened to that down south stuff that they had. A lot of different kind of down south artists started coming up and their style started taking over New York too. So that's what I grew up listening to.
All right, so give us a history of where you're from.
So I grew up in Brooklyn. I'm from Coney Island. CI, do or die, like everybody be saying. I don't know if the whole world knows about that, but yeah, we crazy as hell. I grew up out there in the hood, just being myself, you know, went to college, took my ass out of there before I faced some time. So I got no felonies, thank the Lord. God is good. Always been doing music since 13 years old. I did some shows, showcased a little bit. Just got into music in general all the time. I don't know. It was something in my soul. I started making beats at first, and then I started getting into the actual recording. And I always freestyle that, and it just was something. At first, I kind of sucked, but then I had to keep going into rap battles and literal rap battles in front of people, like face to face. And that's how I got a little better.
Hell yeah! So can you describe us? Tell us a little bit of detail about your first show you did.
So the first show I did was in a place called New Eurekan. It's a cafe. it was really nice because I had people with me. I was with 2 other artists at the time, and I had some people supporting me. I was really nervous, so they had to throw me like 2 shots, and it was like, listen, you can do this shit. And I was like, all right, I got this. But just being in front of the stage, in front of the lights, it can give you that uncomfortable feeling. But being an artist, when you really love your music, you want people to feel that music. And I remember, thank God, I was third actually. I was the last one to kill the verse. So I had my other 2 people go up. I was up there. We rehearsed it, and it did come out good. The show came out great. A couple of A&Rs were out there. One of my peoples that was with me got scouted, and it's pretty cool. I mean, I like the scene of it. Right now, I'm just trying to work on collecting my team together to try and get videography going, so that way all this music everybody's hearing, I could actually link up some videos to.
What are your biggest influences?
My biggest influences are the artists that are real. And what I mean by real is real from the soul. Like some people that when they rap, they come out, they don't care what anybody thinks about what they're saying. They make sense. They understand. They hit that tempo. They hit that snare. I mean, growing up, my influence was like, there's so many damn artists. Really, I used to like Wu-Tang when I was young, Method Man growing up. I used to like Mobb Deep style, Freeway, Jay-Z. It's so many people. I just grew up in that era, and Tupac, like everybody, you know what I'm saying? It's just the whole era of it stayed with me. So those were my influences.
All right, let me ask you this. If you could collaborate with any artist dead or alive, who would it be and why?
That's a hard one. Nobody ever asked me that before. If I could collaborate with any artist, what artist would it be? It would have to be somebody who come hard as fuck. For real. And everybody I would think of is dead already that come hard as fuck. The artists that's out now, they have different styles. So it's really hard to pick on one individual artist. I do like a lot of these rappers from down here in Florida. But I think that if I had any artist, I think I would fuck with Cardi. You know why? Because the simple fact that my style is more darker and deeper than hers, and she more fun and playful. So I think that she would bring probably like the sweet, and I would bring the salt to it. So I think it would probably work out. I actually met her one time up in Marlboro Projects, a long time ago, but she probably don't even remember. That's before she was famous.
Hell yeah. So do you have any Florida artists you're working with right now?
Well, right now I have 3 different independent labels that I'm working with on different projects. And I got some things coming up, some things up the sleeve in the works. Right now I got, I don't know if you know that, Co-Life told me he wanted to do a video. So we're supposed to meet up out here. His name is Tavares Sam up on Bandlab. But we're supposed to do a collab and a video. So that way, that's coming up soon. That video will probably hit YouTube. I got Ghost out here. That's on Bandlab as well. That we're supposed to get up this week because he's out here in Orlando. He moved here from Miami. So I'm trying to meet up with him this week so we can start talking about actually getting through with. We did a couple of collabs and we're going to make one pop off with a video soon too. So it's a couple of artists that I'm working with.
Hell yeah. So you involved with 37 bands on Bandlab?
Actually, it was 45 and I brung it down. I'm always getting invites because the simple thing about music is that you don't have to speak my language for me to feel your feeling. So I got some songs that's in Nigeria playing, South Africa, Romania. I did a song with a guy in Italy. I did a song with a girl in London. I like the whole feel of the rest of the world right now, especially in these times that we're all going through a lot of differentials. There's a lot of segregation going on in the world and a lot of hate going on. I love to just jump in there, even if I don't understand what they're talking about. They throw me that beat, I'm like, bam, I'm right there. Because of the simple fact that when I die, all of that's still going to be playing all around the world.
Exactly. So how does it make you feel getting all this love from different areas and different countries, man?
I am kind of shocked about it myself because the simple fact that I record like no one's listening. I always record like no one's listening. And the style that I have, I never even thought that people would listen. I really didn't really look at it in that way. It was more like I was going through a lot of anxiety, of a suppression, holding back because I haven't recorded for like, it was almost a year. So I just decided to just get on these platforms from a girlfriend of mine that told me about all of these musician platforms. I had no idea. I'm more of an in-studio person and I'm more of an in-face person with everything. So now that I'm getting into the cyber world of the music, I'm excited. I think it's great. It's fantastic.
Hell yeah. So let me ask you this. What would Reli be with no music? If she was not doing music, if she was not doing no music, what would she be doing?
I'm a store manager at my job, and I take care of my mom. And she doesn't live with me. She has her own house, but I take care of her because she's got a disease. I got 2 kids. I got an 8-year-old and a 19-year-old. I'm 37 years old. Me without music would never exist because I've always done music. I mean, even if we just hanging out in my yard and I'm throwing a barbecue or whatever, I put on that speaker and everybody ciphering, everybody freestyling. It's just been something that's been part of my life. Like, there's no way that I couldn't do it. It's my self-expression, my poetry in motion. You know, it's everything to me. You know, so I wouldn't exist. I'll go crazy. You see me on Fox 35.
Let me ask you this. Oh man, hold on real quick. Yeah, do you have any favorite collabs you got on Bandlab right now?
You know what? I've been messing with a lot of artists and a lot of different artists. My favorite collabs, at first I started with Dabs. Dabs is my boy. Me and Dabs is cool as hell. You know, King Dabs from Loud Pack Mob. He was actually the first person to show me how to work on that actual one. And then I messed with MJ Beats and Hennessy. I talk on the regular with Lauren Grizzle. I mean, like, all these great musicians and beat makers. They're just so cool. But like, my favorite, I can't really pick a favorite because my whole thing is the flavor of it. When I get somebody and they season that beat right and they throw it at me, I already know I'm gonna hit it. It's like in my mind, like, okay, I feel that rhythm, I feel that energy that they give out. I'm just gonna smack it because the truth is that, like, you only get one time in life. You know, I don't like to think too much about a lot of things. My health ain't all that good. It's not all that bad either, but it's not that good. And I feel that, you know, right now I'm in my motion with my music. So I have a lot of, like, you know, Savage Gang with all his 30,000 followers or whatever the case. He cool as hell too. I mess with him. I mess with a lot of people that have high followers, but then I do mess with people that don't have any followers. And to me, because when I started out, I got drama with one chick up on there. When I started out, the first 2 days I was on Bandlab, this one chick made a diss track on me for no apparent reason. And I went straight to her with the bullshit and was like, what's your problem? And then she had a whole bunch of goons come after me and I blocked all of them. But after that, me and her like oil and water. So I do my thing. She do her whatever the hell she do. You know what I'm saying? And I just mess with everybody. I'm not like, oh, you don't got no followers, I'm not going to make a track with you. If you could run that beat and you know how to work that beat right, I'm on there with you. Because the whole truth is, we're musicians. We're supposed to be for each other. There shouldn't be no hate like that. It should be like, oh, all right, this person got that flow, I'm with it. Because you never know, that person that you're talking to may not have no followers on Bandlab, but they might be everywhere else with thousands of followers. You have no idea. I got a lot of people taking my work to a lot of places. You can find me on Rapchat, Reverbnation, Soundcloud, Rapfame. Actually, I hit the top 100 list in Reverbnation not too long ago. I think I'm like 60 something on there, which is pretty cool. I hit the trending list a couple of times. Pretty cool.
So what's the difference between Rapchat and Rapfame?
I don't really like Rapfame. I don't like Rapchat as much either because you can't hear yourself when you're recording. And you can't add ad-libs on neither one. Rapfame, you know what? I got on one app and then everybody started telling me, go to this one, go to that one. So that's why I'm just like feeling out. I got music on everything. But Rapfame and Rapchat, they're more like just for freestylers or somebody who already pre-written their stuff. You can grab a beat, you can throw it together and throw it on there. Rapfame has some type of a system that they have a point system. And with that point system, I guess they put you up in certain standards inside of their system there. Rapchat is just a whole nother monster. Rapfame, I think you could do collabs with people too, because everybody trying to collab with me there. But I'd rather do my collabs through Bandlab because to me it's a lot easier. I like to be able to add and change a lot of things in there. Their actual recording sound is a little bit better quality.
So let me ask you this. What does your setup look like?
My setup is, I have a 4-bedroom house that I'm renting. And I have a room that is just my room. I don't have much of a setup like I had before because now you need less to do more. You know, like a couple of years ago, I had like my MP and I still got my mic, I got my speakers, my laptop, all my stuff. But right now, the majority of the stuff that you're hearing on Bandlab, that shit is just a bunch of headphones and me just running around because I've been doing overtime at my job and I just been on my phone most of the time lately.
Hell yeah. So, man, that's basically what you really need, and just have a good mixing on your vocals, and you know what I mean, you're ready to go.
My whole thing is I can record on anything. If you just tapping on the freaking wall, I can get on that beat. And that's why it doesn't matter to me what I'm recording with. It matters to me how I'm recording. So as long as I'm catching that tempo, I'm good. Now, a lot of people are real picky about quality of sound. I would be picky if I was signed and I had to, work on an album and somebody said, hey, Reli, guess what? You got 10 beats I'm going to give you just for you. Then I'm going to sit down and I'm going to write to those beats. But the reason why I freestyle on Bandlab is because I already had a couple of people that I did songs with and the whole song would disappear like they were stealing it. So I don't know what's going on with that situation. So right now I'm at the point where everything I got on there, over maybe 300 tracks, they're all freestyle. I do everything off the top rip. Now, if I had somebody throw me a record deal, yeah, I'm going to sit down and write. But for now, I'm just having fun.
Hell yeah. So let me ask you this. Battle rapping. How did that start?
Now, battle rapping was because in New York City, you have to come hard or go home. And that's the problem with New York City. With New York, it was like wherever you was, even if you was hanging outside the projects and everybody hanging out, if they're rapping out there, they coming hard. And if you don't come as hard, they're going to eat you alive. So being a young kid and I was trying to get in with the older crowd, I got eaten up a few times. And then I started going to different studios and they started doing the same shit there. Right before everybody starts actually recording, you'll have 3 or 4 artists in those independent labels that'll sit there and toss back and maybe smoke something. And they'll just start freestyling just to off rip to get ready to start recording. So I had to learn how to do that because if I didn't learn how to do that, they would have ate me alive. But I don't like battle rapping because I used to do it so much that at this point in my life, I just want to share love. So yeah, I mean, everything I got on Bandlab that y'all hear, all this crazy shit, especially when I deal with a lot of the hardcore hip hop, because that's more my stuff. I like hardcore hip hop. I like to come correct. I mean, you ain't gonna never hear me talking about shaking my ass and fucking being somebody thought. It ain't never gonna happen. There's too many girls on Bandlab that's trying to be all freaking freak nasty for no reason. I mean, being a woman, you still have to be strong and you still have to come hard. And my type of lifestyle, I sold everything under the sun back in the day. Today, I'm a different person. But sometimes that comes back to my head whenever I'm on the beat. And when I hear them coming hard, I be wondering if half the words that they saying they ever did.
What made you start being different?
I don't know. I was always like that because I just have self-respect for myself. And I believe that women should really carry themselves a little bit better. Being around a lot of people, I don't have a lot of girlfriends because of that. Because every time I try to hang out with women, they're all about materialism and they're all about what their man got in his pocket. But they ain't worrying about how to get what's in their pocket. And that's the problem with this world today. They're raising little girls to think the same way. Dress yourself up, bop your eyes, put some fake hair on, and that man gonna pay for everything. In this lifetime, I have a daughter that's 19. I teach her to be independent. I teach her to carry her own and to make sure you can carry your own weight and whatever you're carrying with you. Because the truth of the matter is, no matter which way it goes, no matter how I made my money, I always made my money. I never had a man ever pay anything for me. The house I live in right now, I'm renting on my own. The car I have and I drive, the one my daughter drives, I paid for myself and they're paid off. I did everything myself and nobody ever gave me a handout. So whichever way, whether it was legal or illegal that I had to make my money, I had to sometimes pick up my pants like a man and do the same job as a man. So when I go up in this music scene and I see all these girls doing that, it kind of like hurts me a little because they're raised to think that way. But they really are in a box. They need to come out the box and realize that women, if you want to be respected, come out with independent mindsets and conquer whatever you want to touch. You cannot expect a man to always pay your way. And if you're going to have a man, at least do the 50-50 where you take care of him, he takes care of you. It's a big issue going on right now in this world. Me, myself, I just do me. I take care of me.
So you see there's a lot of fakeness going around on Bandlab?
I don't know if you ever listen to a lot of my tracks, but I have so many collabs with men and like maybe a handful with women. Because there's only a certain set amount of women on there that can respect me for who I am and how I am. A lot of people think a lot of my raps are about them. They think a lot of my freestyles, I'm speaking specifically to them. I had people do diss tracks on me and it makes me laugh because of the truth of the matter. I hadn't even know who the hell them people was till they turned around and did that track. And then they tag me in it like, and then I tell them back like, oh, you really think I'm gonna listen? Nah, I already know what time it is. But the whole truth is that the problem with Bandlab is that everybody wants to be a queen. Everybody wants to be on top of the game. But if you really was a musician and you truly love music, there should be more unity. Because if we could get together in unity, especially in these times that we're going through all these things in the world, we don't know if these are our last days. So that's my whole thing is sending out positivity, speaking to all of these people on all of these social media platforms about respecting each other, get your music together, and come hard when you come in. Whichever way you're going to bring it, bring that bitch. Because the truth of the matter is you only get one shot at it.
Oh yeah, man, that's some wise words. Man, so we on this positive note, how far you think it's gonna take you from here?
Wherever God wants to carry me, I pray to him every day, no matter what I'm going through in my life. I already, leaving New York, I left New York State, to be honest, because I got in a lot of trouble in New York State. I went to jail 7-8 times. Thank God I got no felonies. But it was just the whole point of people coming at me and trying to take my life for a lot of reasons that I had nothing to do with. So the last time I went to the court and the judge said, you come back in here, I'm giving you 7 years. I called my sister and said, I better check out Mickey Mouse over there with you in Florida because this ain't for me no more. But I was able to grow in thought and in mind when I left. When you're inside of the projects and you in that mind state in your mind, you're thinking you're never going to get out. You can never survive. But if you really wanted to, your worst enemy is yourself. So if you can beat that, then you could beat anything. And that's where I feel that this music, with everybody that I'm messing with and a couple more people that's trying to mess with me, I'm hoping that I take off. Honestly, I'm hoping that within the next year, maybe I'll be signed or I'll be with an LLC with my own independent label at this point. I got some people in the works talking about a lot of big movements in a lot of states. I'm thinking about an independent label with the LLC that possibly we could have a few different studios and choreography, videography teams in different states that I could send artists to work with. So that's something that I've been working with other people lately, trying to get that together. So there's a lot of things that I want to do with music. It's just I got to wait for the okay from the man above because I'm spitting them tracks and I'm throwing them everywhere. Let's see who hears me. Wait for an A&R to pick me up and I got lift off. That's it.
Oh yeah. So can you plug in all your social media outlets and your Bandlab so everybody that's hearing this can go tune into you?
Most definitely. And I want to definitely tell all of the female vocalists and the female artists out there to really enjoy themselves while they're on a beat. 100% record like nobody is listening to you. Feel free in that beat, rip that shit, and when you go back and you hear it, you'll understand why I said to do that. And all of the young guys and girls that's coming up, not to give up, because a lot of them are self-judgmental and they just need to let that go and just free flow and don't worry about the criticism that's out there. I definitely will be linking up all of the stuff that you need. I appreciate this interview. You the man.
All right. Let me. So your message right now that you're giving out is to help the youth, right?
The message I'm giving out is to help everybody that's a musician that fears being a musician. People are hiding behind their phones and behind their actual laptops, doing all these recordings with so much talent. No matter what age they are, there's a lot of artistic people. But if you ask them, yo, let's do a show. I got a promo person. They're going to hook me up. Let's go do this show this weekend. They won't do that show. So I'm trying to promote people to actually get out there and to not be afraid of themselves. Don't be your own hater. Love what you do and do it hard. If you're going to do something in life, make sure you go hard on it. Whether you're going to hold down a job, you're going to go to buy a house, you're going to go get married, or you're going to freaking rap, you're going to sing. You make sure whatever it is you do in life, you make sure that you do it hard. You go hard or go home.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So how do you think your music's going to evolve from here?
Man, I've been doing so many collabs. I'm hopefully somebody in a major label can hear me. I'm trying to work on videography so I can get it going on Facebook, Twitter, and all these other places. Everybody throwing stuff. Instagram already got some of the clips from Bandlab on there. I got to get working on a lot more other apps that I'm messing with. I have them, but I just have to get in there. Spotify is next, probably. I got to start working on, and I'm hopefully that it will evolve to the point where you go on any social media site and you're going to see me somewhere in there. Somebody going to be talking about my music eventually.
Hell yeah. So you see this day and age of the internet, you think this is a good marketing strategy for your music?
No, I actually got to get out there. But the problem with COVID-19 right now, it's impossible to. My boy just did a show. I got a friend of mine that his independent label's called Facts Not Fiction. His name is Fatboy Phenomenal. He's like my little brother. He just went out there and did a show with his peoples in Ocean City, and told them I didn't think it was a good idea. Now 2 of the actual band members ended up with COVID. So now they're waiting on to see what's going to happen. But this is what I'm afraid of happening to the people that I want to get out there to do shows with. Right now, it's not a safe time, but we do have the time waiting. Hopefully this stuff will go away, and I'm ready. I'm going to start doing shows. I'm going to start doing some openings. I'm going to start doing some promotional information and different things with different people. I got a couple of people that's willing to work with me. I just got a call today about a manager wanting to take me in. So hopefully it is going to work out.
Hell yeah. So you got any special projects that's coming out?
Actually, I don't know. I get 15 collabs requests a day from Bandlab. I get about like 6 or 7 on all the other apps. So I'm just going to probably get off here and just start hit a couple of them. Every day I try to knock down the list, but I never seem to pass that freaking 15. Sometimes I hit 5 or 6. But it doesn't matter. Like, I just try to keep going on that. I do want to work on an actual album, but I'm working on working with a producer to get me some beats that are homemade for me. So that way I can work on those beats and then I can make an actual album. I don't make albums on Bandlab for the simple fact that it's just for promotional right now with Bandlab. But I am going to be soon selling on all the other sites. I just got to get somebody to link up with me. I got somebody in mind. I just got to figure that one out first.
Hell yeah. So your main goal right now is to get videography?
My main goal is just to get exposure. My main goal is to get out there, do my thing. You know, I want to get out there and let people know it's okay to be you. I'm just going to be me out there. My videography is the next level. So, because I know that I have a friend of mine that just, she just got signed with TLC's label because she did one video, put it up on Facebook, and went viral, and they took her. So I know now audio is great, and Bandlab is a great place to start. For exposure wise, I love the people up there. They're like my family, some of them. I really talk to them on a daily, you know, we be on Instagram chatting all the time. But I really think that was a good place as a structure to, like a stepping stone. Because now I actually have people outside of America in different places that I can grow with, and then possibly visit those places to do videos, visit them to do some shows out there. So everything is looking pretty good.
So what was the feeling like getting on Bandlab? I know you had a little bit of hate at first, but when you start getting recognized and people start showing you love and support, what was going through your mind and how was that making you feel inside?
Well, my music has always been in my head for a long time. Like, I was kind of shocked. I mean, Bandlab was a great place to start off. It was the first platform that I got on. And I'm grateful for Dabs taking me under his wing and teaching me how to work the actual app, because I had trouble with it at first. And it was very strange because I was listening to the beats, and as I learned how to fork and started talking to these beat makers, I was just getting in the beats and not really thinking anybody was going to hear me for some reason. I didn't know how many people were in Bandlab. I didn't know how far it could go. And I'm telling you, in 3 months to have over 1,000, 1,500, whatever I got followers, it's amazing to me how it spread like wildflower. It's a really good feeling when people can connect to you and your vibe. You know, when you have that vibe, and sometimes I be going through my emotions when I'm inside of that beat. So these people are like really connecting to that, which makes me feel good and understanding that the world is actually a closer place than I thought. Because a lot of people, you know, for them to take the minute out to actually listen to me and to feel what I'm saying, that means so much to me. Because even if I die tomorrow, at least I know that I would die happy reaching people, and people could actually go back, and when they felt a certain emotion and I had put that inside of a track, that I reached somebody.
Hell yeah, that's what's up, man. So you got any special shout outs you want to give?
I want to give a shout out to all these motherfuckers up there that keep on hitting me up and throwing all them damn collabs at my ass. I said, yeah, I got a shout out to freaking Mr. Boy, Street Heat, Limfire, Dabs, all the Loud Pack Mob team, everybody that's in Flamethrowers, KZ, a little bit of everybody. That Easy Folks with all that liking on my stuff, Reli with his crazy stuff going on. It's a whole bunch of people that's just nothing but love, bro. Nothing but love. And I'm going to continue to be dropping these tracks. And I appreciate this interview.
Oh, so let me ask you this real quick. You said you're going to be doing video shoots in different states, right?
Yes, so that's my next move, because the problem is that a lot of the people that I did these collabs with, they're in different states. So now I just got to wait to see about the situation about quarantine, because some people say when you fly, you have to quarantine in certain states. So once they're over and done with that, either I'm going to rent a car or I'm going to start driving out. I just got to make sure who has what production team and what videography team is going to be there. I do have a team down in Miami that's close by, and I got people actually in Cali that's dying for me to get out there, because I got to get to Cali. My peoples is out there doing videos right now, and I'm ready to rip something up too. So that is my next move, though. Eventually in different states I will be popping up. I'm gonna try to be seeing about as the bars start opening and the clubs start opening, I'm gonna start doing some fill-ins and doing some slots, some showcases eventually.
So yeah, let's talk about that. How did you get into the promotion area and the concerts? Like, how did you get booked? For any artist out there that doesn't know how to get booked and fill in slots, can you give us a little bit of detail?
You have to connect with a team. So how I got booked, I had a manager in New York. And my manager had a guy that did his promo. He did all his promotions. So there's usually a promotion team that is involved with independent labels or with management teams of music artists. And they help you. You have to get, I had to do portfolio, the bio. I had to get everything together to show the actual, I was trying to get into the major labels at the time. And you have to get somebody who is it's just linking up, networking with somebody. You could actually do it yourself. If you don't have anybody and you just like an individual artist, you could actually go into these places that you're hearing about, open mics, or you can just perform if you sign up like ahead a week before and let them know, so that way you could be on the list to perform that day. Or if you have any friends that are going to do a performance, you could talk to them. They'll talk to their peoples, and they can get you a slot, which is like a spot, 2-minute, 3-minute spot, and you can open up in there. But it's about getting out there and actually talking. You could even go into some of these bars and these clubs and ask them, do you have live performances here? How do I go about becoming a live performer here? I'm part of BMI. I get paid through BMI. When I do performances, you can do ASCAP as well, ASCAP. If you're an independent artist, you can go out there and sign up with them for free. Both of them, actually, they're really good to be with for organization-wise as a music artist, because if anything, they handle the legal part of you getting paid for actually doing shows. So that's basically what I did, was just start talking to everybody I knew who was doing shows and ask them, how do I get in there? How did you get that slot? It's all about who you talk to. You don't need to really necessarily know somebody that, you know, is performing, but if you do see somebody performing and you know them, it's good to ask them about it.
Hell yeah. So that goes for any state, right? Just start connecting with promoters and getting hold of venues.
Yes, get a hold of venues and start asking about when are they going to start filling their slots again, and get a hold of promoters. Talk to a lot of people that have their own independent labels, that have their promotional team all together. There are promoters that are out there for all types. There's people that I worked with that it's just usually like I recently linked up with people that's in Clever Panda Productions. I got Brotherhood. Clever Panda Productions is in Maryland, or no, Jersey. Then Facts Nonfiction is in Maryland. And then I got EMD Production Connecticut that I deal with. And then I have out in Texas, I got some people out there with Brotherhood Entertainment. My boy Mitch, that he's got already a studio set up out there and told me to come down so we could shoot a video. We did 2 songs already. I got to get out there eventually. But things slowed down because of the virus. So I can't really do what I want to do. Like, I want to go full throttle. But everybody got to be safe and don't be an ass. Like, you know, you got to put that mask on because unfortunately, my peoples that went to Ocean City, right now they got sick, you know? So as artists, yeah, we want to get out there, but we have to do it safely and productively.
Hell yeah. So you got any final words, or do you want to speak on anything that we missed?
No, I think you hit everything.
All right. So everybody go check out her Bandlab. It's bandlab.com/TheRealChick,
The Real
right?
Chick. Yeah, at The Real Chick, because I be that real chick.
Yo, that ain't no lie. All right, this is Strictly for the Music Podcast. I'm STN and we're gone.